I read a book that was How to Raise Beef Cattle for Dummies, because I had never been around cows before.
Sorry, that's real?
Oh yeah. Oh. They have lots of the For Dummies books. There's a whole collection of them.
So you really read that?
Oh, I still have it in my office, yeah.
I wanted to farm, and I always wanted to farm, but my dad died when I was young. I was 15 when my dad passed away. So we all had to work from a young age, but there was no inheritance. There was nothing like that. I was 45 years old when we bought this place. We faced not being born and raised here. We had to learn. We had to learn the hard way. That's what we do. I remember being up here that first Memorial Day, and I had the water running. Looked out there, and I thought, what the heck? Well, it froze the night before, and man, it froze a huge triangle in my hayfield out there, and that hay was already grown. It's about that tall, so it all wilted. I had about 25 acres. We baled that up, gave it to the neighbors. So there was a learning curve. You know what I mean? We had to kind of figure the weather out a little bit, but.
My dad had called me when I was at college, and he goes, "Hey, I bought some cows," and I was like, "Cows? Why would you buy cows?" So anyway, I had never been around cows before, and then I moved to Seattle. I had some vacation time, so I called my dad to see what he was doing, and he goes, "Well, I'm actually going to a bull sale in Montana." And I was like, "What's a bull sale?" And he goes, "It's exactly what it sounds like. Do you want to go?" So I met him in Montana, and I went to a bull sale, and I just completely fell in love with the industry and the genetics and why you buy certain bulls and why you don't buy other bulls. And I went back to Seattle, and I said, "Hey husband, do you want to move back home to Nevada so I can go work on my ranch?" And he's like, "All right."
So when we were kids, we raised 4-H calves. When I was about 9 or 10, I decided I wanted an Angus calf. There's actually a picture of me in the Tulare paper when I was trying to show that calf, and I don't remember what the caption was, but it's like not everybody's really good at what they're doing out here. This guy's having trouble. So when I wanted to do cattle, there was no doubt in my mind it was going to be Angus, and I was going to try to win that battle. You know what I mean? I lost it the first round, but I feel like we're gaining the second round.
When we first started, we hadn't been in the cattle business that long, and so we just kind of would try something and then adapt it and try something new the next year. We learned about, we should be feeding them some corn, but there's no corn in Nevada. So we go to Utah, pick up corn, incorporate that. Then the next year we were trying to grow our own grain, so then we got into growing barley. Well, in order to process barley, you have to grind it so that the cow can actually absorb it. So we're just constantly adapting every single year and learning something new.
Once you start down that road, you come to the realization you need a mixed ration, and then you can shop those different commodities, and you can come up with some kind of a number that you can afford, and then use your feeder box. There's a direct line between that Kirby box and 96% breed up rate in beef cattle. You can draw a straight line to it, because if you don't have it, your breed up numbers are going to change. So nutrition's important.
So I talked my dad into letting me start an Instagram, because people need to know where their food comes from, and if ranchers and farmers don't tell their story, then no one's going to tell it for us. So people need to know, hey, I know that I got this steak from PERIGO Hay and Cattle, and this is what Jess is doing today at the ranch. And I love that. I love that there's this connection to the consumer.
I would hope that my kids can learn from me that they can do whatever they want to do. They're going to make mistakes, but they're going to see Dad made all those mistakes and overcame all that stuff, all that hard stuff. What keeps me going, I don't want my grandkids to have to work as hard as I did when I was a kid. So when it gets hard, I don't care. I just keep going. That's what keeps me going.